RobSeeCo Future Farm. Today's innovations, tomorrow's solutions.
Hello and welcome back to the Future Farm. In today's segment, we're going to be getting some exciting updates and some new news about biocontrols and biostimulants. Today I have Aaron Kelley from NewLeaf Symbiotics. And Aaron, can you tell us a little bit about NewLeaf and what you guys do?
Yeah, happy to be back here with you, Jim. Appreciate the time. So NewLeaf Symbiotics, we're an ag biologicals company. We're about 12 years old. We've been a great partner with RobSeeCo and Streamline Ag. So biostimulants is kind of how we got our entry into the market. It's corn and soy biostimulants. We've got some cotton products out with you guys as well. And biocontrol is kind of our next wave of technology. You know, I think we'll talk some more about it, but you guys have been a big part of developing our corn rootworm technology, and we've got a future one we want to talk about today too.
Excellent. So speaking of the corn rootworm technology, TS201,
Yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about it and then
Sure.
tell us what we've learned since last year?
Yeah, so that we really came out in a big way. You guys did some of the first trialing with us and helped develop that, and it's one of the things we love about this partnership because you guys put such a strong trialing program together, really helping us understand this. So that technology helps to prime a plant's immune system. So it works through ISR, induced systemic resistance. And we've done a lot of studies with the University of Missouri on feeding choice assays, and it was really dramatic, the difference we see there. By priming that plant's immune system, if larvae are given a choice between treated and untreated roots, 70% will go towards that untreated root, and only 4% would find their way to treated roots. And even when they're presented with both treated, like 80% of them end up in the middle and unable to find their way to roots. So that's been really dramatic. I think now you guys are helping us to get this out in the field in a big way. And we're hearing a lot of reports from the field of when people go walk those fields, they'll see a lot less adults in that treated area because less of them were able to feed and make it to that adult stage.
Exactly, and not just that, the reduction in the corn rootworm feeding, but we see really nice biostimulation to help with the recovery and in our overall planter box treatment that we use.
Yes.
And so we've seen some significant yield increases in corn-on-corn situations and some other situations too. I think one of the most exciting things that we saw with the TS201 set of products is the use in silage.
Yes.
We saw a lot of, across multiple states, multiple locations, increases in both tonnage and quality of those products. And being corn on corn predominantly, that's a huge benefit.
We always highly recommend pairing our biocontrol products with our biostimulant products. And we do that for a couple reasons. They really work better together. Most of these pests will be spotty pests, either you get them in pockets in your field or things like that. And so areas that don't have that, you've got that biostimulant benefit there to give you a positive ROI whether you've got the presence or not. And also those biostimulants help with root regrowth if you do get some pressure, right? And so all of that is combined to see these really larger plants, bigger stalk areas that lead to that benefits in silage.
Exactly. So yeah, it's a fun product. It's already out in the marketplace. It's already EPA approved. Tell us a little bit about some of the new things coming forward that are just getting close to that EPA approval.
Yeah, so one that we're out trialing heavily this year is our biofungicide, TS601. You guys are a big part of that again this year. I think we've got over 20 trials in different locations. We've got some that we're heavily doing some video shoots and following throughout the year. So we've checked on a cotton trial we've got out together down in Beasley, Texas, I think it is. Seeing some exciting things. That biofungicide, again, works through this ISR mechanism in priming that plant's immune system. We're seeing 50 to 70% reduction in both disease incidence and severity with these soil-borne fungal diseases. And so we really want to see how that plays out with that biostimulant, how we help to really preserve yield in those fields as we go through the season.
Exactly. And in that trial that you're talking about in cotton down in Beasley, Texas, I mean, there are some really nice visual difference in terms of the vigor of the seedlings that have come through with that treatment. So it's a lot of fun to see those things coming through. And like you said, adding additional modes of action in terms of providing resistance mechanisms to those fungal pathogens and other things is a really nice thing to have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's going to help some of those other, whether it's a fungicide or insecticide, all of those products over time, resistance will slowly be developed. And so having this additional mode of action, helping reduce some of those pressure is going to help preserve, whether it's a trait in the case of insecticides or resistance in terms of fungicides, help prolong the value of those products over the years.
Yeah, so Aaron, a lot of our products in the Streamline Ag portfolio are powered by NewLeaf Symbiotics products. What can we look at in the future for product pairings or future product concepts?
One thing we didn't talk about in the 201 is that we're expanding that label. So we're actually going to have not only corn rootworm, but we're looking at other insects that we see resistance from, some for nematodes, wireworm, and some other things, and we'll also expand that crops. So going into 26, we'll have reasons to have that on potentially every corn acre, as well as some other crops as we move into the future. But when we talk about newer things in development, I think one, we've been working towards specialty products and transplant vegetables, so we'll be launching some of that in 26. Nitrogen use efficiency is a space that we've been actively working on. So our microorganisms do not fix nitrogen, but how they have effects on plants and putting bigger root mass, finer root hairs really help with the efficiency of those uptake and sometimes the efficiency of how the plant uses them. So we'll start to see some products come out for that. And one that's a little further in development, probably a couple years away from commercialization, is we're actively working on methane mitigation. So rice is a prolific methane emitter in agriculture. Flooded fields become anaerobic and you get a lot of this breakdown of plant material that becomes methane. There are microorganisms that consume methane, and we've been working on developing those, working with rice, seeing some biostimulatory effects, but seeing reduction in those methane emissions. So that's something we're excited about in the future.
That's a really clever solution to a problem that we've been able to identify over the years, and so I think that's really fun, and it'll be fun to see come out over the next couple of years.
Yeah, it is interesting, and again, we really appreciate this partnership with you guys. We're really interested to follow up on these trials throughout the year. I mean, that's what Future Farm's all about, right? So happy to be a partner with you in that. And then we've got these video trials, both on a silage trial that we're putting in Ohio, as well as that one in cotton down in Texas that we'll be following throughout the season.
Exactly. We're going to be really excited to follow your tour, your crop tour here later this season. And so thank you so much for your partnership and being with me here today.
Absolutely. Really appreciate the partnership. So thanks, Jim.
Thank you.